I'll turn that on to get rid of the mute. Yeah, I've just unmuted myself. Now you should get me. There we go. Cool. Well, welcome to another episode of the Picnic Table Chat Show. Very special episode. Today I've got my face painted. We're also here at the Great Ant Exhibition. I'm going to be joined by Chris from Ants R Us in just a minute. Table keeps shaking because I keep touching it, so I apologise. And we're going to do a quick Q&A or whatever, so if you've got any questions for us, more than happy to answer them. But I'll just carry on talking till Chris is ready. Been a great day. A little bit. A few people did turn up, but it is what it is, and we've had a great day either way. Amazing lectures, great speeches, and I'm having lots of fun. I got my face painted. And I'm watching Happy Ant there giggling to himself. You gotta come on stream, Happy Ant. Come on. Come say hello to all the Ant fans.
Ant fans.
It's Happy Ant.
Right.
When did you start keeping ants then, buddy?
I don't actually know.
You don't know?
Maybe about 3 years ago, probably.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I've always sort of been interested in them.
What do you love about it? What sort of got you into that? Because you love it now.
Yeah.
I know you love it now. So what got you that passion?
Well, it's like most people, Ants Canada
Yeah.
was the entrance into
Yeah.
it. And then just, if you just sit and watch them, it's very calming. Very entertaining.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, when I can sit there for 3-4 hours watching the dives easily.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then doing all that mad thing, whatever. Yeah, it's great fun. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. What ants are you currently keeping?
So I have the Tetramorium bicarbonatum.
I can never say that. I call them bicarbonate of soda.
That's antimatter's fault that anyone's got them.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
he
he started it, and now like I've got I think we're giving some away in the raffle later as well. Yeah, yeah, they're everywhere. Yeah.
Lasis Niger.
Yeah.
We've got some Rubra.
Okay, yeah.
Nikos.
Nice.
Notice Sartus.
Yeah.
Got the Fichenk boys.
Yeah.
I know I've got more missing.
You got loads, but you can't fit.
I haven't got too many because I'm very limited on space.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've got
careful with
2
that.
tarantulas and a scorpion in the same sort of area as well. That's what we've got. I've got Mesobarbarus.
What would be your favourite European species? Because we've got a couple of Europeans there. You know? It's a hard one. Between Mimica, you've got Messers, you've got the Lasius. Really hard to like. I love Lasius Niger, even though they're sort
very
of
underrated.
Yeah. Oh wow, but their colonies when they get going are awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Anne England who's over there. She's got a tank with quite a large colony. They're hard to contain.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt at all.
Yeah.
Some of my hardest ant colonies, in fact we were talking yesterday, way to test any enclosure. It's not to put in the big ants, it's the little ones.
The little ants.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If they can escape, then you got an issue. Yeah. 90% of enclosures just aren't built for the really, really like monomordium. The amount of times I've looked around and been like, they're out again, they're out again. Sort that out. Yeah, but it's all good. It's all good. So you're thinking Lasius?
I don't know. I quite like Formica.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay. Always forgotten about when we talk European species.
Yeah, they are. I like Ruther barbarus. Yeah. The coloration on it.
Yeah, they are beautiful ants. I've got a small colony myself. I'm really active. Yeah, really active. I've heard lots of problems, like people say they gas themselves.
Yeah, it's good to keep a good air.
Yeah, that's it. So every day or so, I'll lift the lid off for as long as I can.
Yeah.
But it's a little. They're the most active colony I've ever had.
Yeah.
They've got about 12 to 15 workers, and they, like you take the lid off and they're out straight away. They're trying to. Yeah, they're not like other ants where you kind of get a second or so. The minute they sense that air pressure change, they're on it.
Yeah.
Which is, it's a great ant species to keep. It's one I want to progress with, but I don't. I've got those sort of thoughts in the back of my head. You know what I mean? That this could go wrong at any minute. I mean, the bigger they get, the more likely it is they'll gas themselves. Yeah. And yeah, they're quite a difficult species to keep anyway. They've got high protein needs, very high protein needs, but they are great fun. Great fun. Massively underrated, over forgotten in the UK. But I think it's because they are that extra level of difficulty for European species.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also illegal to catch.
Yes. See, I got mine imported.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
and I think that's the only way you can do it. Yes. Which is a good thing, really, because if you go out and start destroying their nests, it's built in such a way that the airflow, the heat, and everything is perfect. Even taking a scoop off it could, it's a massive impact on colonies. So, just reading the chat. What freebies? We'll talk about that later. Oh dear. We'll get some better questions at some point. It's all good. It's all good. What is the largest colony you've ever owned? And have you found it difficult to look after them?
I had a large place. I say large. There were maybe 3,000-4,000 workers.
Yeah. That's large.
Yeah.
Most people don't reach that amount.
And this was, I think it was like a year or two ago. Now, more than a year. Must have been 2 years ago.
Yeah.
As the temperature went up.
Yeah.
I hadn't kept it cool enough for them.
That's okay.
They died.
Wow.
Anyway.
Happened. Yeah.
So
this year I've had probably between 15 and 20 people message me saying that's happened to them. Almost all the ants have died. It's been too hot.
Yeah.
And it's something I've tried to mention on every stream is make sure there's enough water, make sure it's the right temperature, because it is ridiculous outside.
Yeah.
Not so much today, but in the last few weeks with them reaching 40.
I know, it's been just this heat wave.
Yeah. It makes my childhood feel kind of colder. Yeah. Right. Oh god. But they were like that. So do you find them difficult to keep at that size, like their requirements, food or care?
No, because I mean they do take quite protein, but I guess the only problem is keeping the barrier up, making sure they can't get out. I breathe my food in the roaches, so that's never an issue.
That's fair.
Keeping the top up water. So it's mainly just the prevention of the escape.
I do find with Nigels, they get out before anyone else.
Yeah, that's what mine were doing. Like, those Chinese nests.
Yes, I know the ones.
Yep.
We all know the ones.
Yeah. Like, the amount of times I had escaping from there. It was always nice doing it.
Yeah. I mean, with my Nigel colony, it hasn't even got a lid.
Yeah.
I literally rely on that barrier. Start staining their own. It's amazing because I have issues with the dives occasionally. They literally have a straight route out that they don't
most of the time. But the Nigers, like, I'm more likely to find them walking about than any other ant. Yeah. The other day we did start finding bullet ants walking about. Yeah, yeah. But what had happened was after the move, because it was all just so hectic, a plant had sort of tilted a little bit inside the enclosure. Yeah, giving them a straight route out past the barrier, and it was like, wow, why didn't I see that?
Yeah, you've got to keep on top of the plants.
Yeah, so like, but it's weird because they keep coming to the same place in the room, and I can pretty much guarantee if one's going to be there, it'll be there.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason for it to go there. There's no sweet, no sugar, nothing attracting it to this one location. And they've got to walk past, like, all my sweets and stuff like that. They don't even go near my stash of sweets. I've got a big old stash of sweets and chocolate, as you can imagine. I like my sugar. Hello, antimatters. Yeah. We were just talking about you, antimatters, and the fact you got everyone into the Tetramorium bicarbonate soda that I can't say the real name of.
Bicarbonate. I think
bicarbonate. That's why I don't even bother most of the time. I can hardly talk. What's it? 7 sizzling sausages. No.
Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah, you gotta have teeth to do it. No teeth. Can't do S's. I don't even try. Yeah. What is your dream species to get them? That's always a hard one.
Yeah.
If money wasn't an issue, you had as much space as you need.
Yeah, space is always a thing for me. Yeah. I don't know. I quite like leaf cutters.
Yes.
But I also like the weavers.
Okay.
So it'd probably be between them.
Yeah. Okay. So I'd like to go both.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's so hard because you're talking the proper green weaver.
Yeah.
Both great size, both amazing traits. Really hard to decide between that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to let it slip too much, but we have got things like that coming to the channel very soon. Yeah, I can't wait for that. But I'll just come out and say I've got leaf cuts coming soon. I've announced it, but it's a big day. I don't care. And to be honest, it's got to be on the channel for like a couple of weeks. So like we've got an awesome inclusion being made by Apple UK. And Davey is giving us a great colony of these cutters to go in it. So that'll be coming with us to future exhibitions and workshops and so on and so forth, with the bullet ants and everything else that we do there.
Yeah, I need to see.
I thought it was like touch wood thing.
No. Yeah, touch notes.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It won't be long until they turn up. I'm super excited for them. And then I think my next big project that I would like to do is remove a wall. But obviously I need a new home for that. But like, so I want to
enclosure in the wall.
Yeah, I want to remove like a whole wall, glass panel, cut a tree in half, stick that in there, green tree barrel up top, maybe a tarantula or two, all sorts of stuff running about, ants at the bottom. Yeah.
So you want to live in a jungle?
Yeah. If I could live in a jungle, I'd be there. If it was the right temperature, good for my chest, I'd be living in the jungle. So I've got to recreate that at home. After that, I want to rip up all the floorboards throughout the whole house and turn that into a tank. Yeah. And get some army ants in there, proper army ants. Yeah. But obviously they roam about, so you need a lot of space. So rip up all the floorboards. Yeah. Rip up all the floorboards in the entire house and big tank.
It'll be near on impossible.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's a dream.
I think you'd have more problems than what Hood's had with his Gemini.
Oh.
Yeah, you'd be probably 4 times worse.
Yeah. See, I've been watching those Gemini. I said to him at the start, "You're crazy. Don't do it." And he's like, "It'll be fine," or whatever he said, And all right, Hood.
He's done well, people.
Like, he knows what he's doing. He's not, he's a good ant keeper. If anyone's going to keep ants, like Solarnoxus, go for it, Hood. But I always said to go get out of hand.
Yeah,
and that's why I did. I looked at them so many times. I thought, no, there's other ants out there with the same sort of traits that are just a little bit easier. I mean, Tetramonium bicarbonate or soda. they are pretty much, they'll breed the same. They're as prolific, and to me, they're as exciting as a Solenopsis colony.
Yep.
But
they just like to nest in the food.
Have you found that as well?
Yep.
Yeah.
I asked Annick Matters.
Yeah.
I won't say what he said.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
A little, and then there was a smell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any bit of food you put in, they'll eat it.
Yeah, and then
that's it. That's a nest.
Yeah, it's weird that. Mine currently has 3 test tubes: one for nesting, one for a second nest when they need it, and one for water. And they're nesting everywhere.
Yeah,
they're everywhere. Like you say, if you've left like a piece of tinfoil, they'll go under the tinfoil and they can nest there. Yeah, which I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's not too annoying or whatever, but it's a bit like, what's going on, guys?
Yeah,
a perfectly good test tube, eh?
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, this real world
yeah, the amount of ants that I give them a nest and they'll go somewhere else. Whatever. That's it. That, to be honest, that's why I prefer the bioactive enclosures.
Yeah.
Because you can just put them in and say, have your fun, guys. Do what you feel is right, rather than those artificial, I hope this works for your environment.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's no problem with artificial, of course. I always use artificial stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I could have everything in a bioactive massive tank, I definitely would.
Yeah.
That's
another thing with space.
Yes, that's it. I mean, my big tank's nearly 6 foot, and then I've got another 2 foot next to it, another 2 foot next to that. Tanks along the bottom, another 6 foot tank on the top of another shelf. We've got 3, which I've never shown on the channel and probably never will. They are my personal colonies. I've had them for a while. That's another 3 tanks on the other side of the corner. It's so much space, like you say. And moving. Have you ever had to move?
No. So I've been lucky to find past 4 or 5 years I've been in the same place.
Yeah.
So I'm not having to transport them about.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
Right. So when we were moving the bullet ant tank, I saw it one of the sides went a bit lower and the soil started shifting.
Yeah.
Right. Bear in mind, they're nested in the soil. And I thought, oh my God, we've just killed the whole colony. Put it back down, I kind of went whoosh, and slid the soil back down. They started coming out, they're fine. Yeah. Not an issue. If anything, it's given them a chance to dig in chunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've excavated so much from the bottom that the whole top layer's another layer.
Yeah.
Adding on top of it and then nesting through that as well. Yeah. I do love my bullet ants. They're one of my favourite species I keep at the moment because it's so cool.
Yeah. Any stings or any? No. Be careful with it so far.
I've been very careful. I've been very close. It's got to a point now they're at such a large size. They're very aggressive. Yeah. If I was to touch a leaf, one would run up and try and get it. Yeah. The other day, I think I was putting a wax work. No, I chucked my wax. I was doing something, removing tinfoil or something. Yeah. And one got up onto the tweezers and ran straight up onto my arm. I know. I've got the guy, one of my best mates back in Weymouth, who keeps saying, if you do it, I'll do it. I don't really want to, mate.
Not nice to stress them out.
No, definitely not. You wouldn't want to do it for that reason, but I don't want to get stung.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be late.
Oh, it really is, yeah. I mean, mine's only the Asian ants, which is a lot less than the bill, but still. Yeah. You come up in a rash, and the toxins can still affect your nervous system. So it's not worth the risk, in my opinion. The dives get me all the time. Yeah. The minute my hand goes in, they're on me now. Yeah. There's nothing I can do. They'll jump from the glass. They'll do anything. Yeah. I don't know if they actually jump, but they get on me. The minute my hand goes in there, they're up my arm and everywhere. And I mean, it's when their acid gets in, their bites kind of, you like, oh, that was a bit of a bite. But when they sting you or put the acid on the bite, that's when it hurts. And you come up with big red marks and all that. Yeah, not for me, mate. Try not to get stuck. I do actually have a pair of gloves that I wear. on occasion.
You forget after.
Yeah. Like, so I take them to the workshops, and if I'm handling anything, like even the beetles and whatnot, I use my gloves. Just, I don't know, why not? I suppose it shows good practice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the workshops are mainly for educating children, so show good practice, whatever. But yeah, I'm very rarely use that glove. I just think you just get on with it, don't you?
Yeah, you just get into it.
Yeah, like
before you know it, you're fully in
there. Yeah.
I'll just do that one bit.
Yeah,
No,
that's
you've
it.
done what you're
That's
in.
it. I like the amount of times like, I'll just throw a wax worm in the bullet ants. I better cut some up for the guys, do this and do that, and before I know it, I've sat down on the floor and I've got test tubes in front of me like that. Like, because where my shelves of stock are, it's like sitting from level on the floor, so I can just do it like that. It's much easier when you've got like 300 odd colonies to get through. Yeah. It's all like most of them are okay. Formica again. Every time you open that test tube, they are out on my hands. Yeah. I dread feeding the Formica. The rest of them aren't too bad.
I find they're really skittish, rapid as well.
Yeah, very rapid. Yeah, very, very fast. Yeah. Great ant species like that. Actually, love them. So anything else that you want to say?
Put me on the spot.
I know.
I didn't even know I was going to be sitting.
I know it's hard, isn't it?
No, not no.
Thanks for coming on the stream, man.
Right.
I'm going to call up someone else random from there.
Yeah. And England. Oh,
Katrina's already on the
yeah,
way.
well, look, someone's already called for her in the chat.
Yeah.
Hello, Pickles.
Katrina.
You right?
Good, you?
I am. It's been a good day. It's been lovely to see everybody.
Cool. When did you start keeping ants, Katrina? Come on, interview now.
5 or 6 years ago, maybe.
Quite a while, actually.
Yeah.
What started it? Was it Ants Canada, or was there another factor?
You're going to make me answer the question, aren't you?
Yeah? Oh, yeah. It was Ants Canada, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Was.
That's
There
fine.
was also the Android.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah.
But yeah, no, you're quite catch mine.
I can honestly say, like 90% of people I ever meet will say Ants Canada, and that's brilliant. Like, absolutely brilliant. His content is top notch.
Yeah.
Even though we don't necessarily agree with all the ethics,
No.
other people will, and to them the videos are amazing. Like his quality, you know, it's top
Oh,
quality.
yeah, I mean, it's Carol,
Yeah, everything, and he does do a lot for the hobby.
Yeah.
Well, you know, as much as he's like irritating in the sense that no one can get hold of him because he's just too big now,
Yeah.
but he has done a lot for the hobby, which is a great thing. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
huge.
That's what we're all about, you know, growing it and
Oh, yeah, exactly. So,
exactly. So yeah. That's it. So we're not going to knock Ants Canada on what he does at all. He's made them. Yeah, Mikey is awesome. And hopefully one day he'll come to one of his shows. We have talked to Presty in the past and it's been talked about. So maybe in the future. Yeah. Yeah, I'm having a good day.
Nice to see some.
It's been amazing to see some friendly faces. What's been your favourite part of the day? That's a hard one. Yeah.
The love that everybody's shown to you.
Oh, fair enough. Thank you.
I mean, the people that have come and supported you have really come and supported you.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, you've had a lot of people around here, and everyone's been very much. We really appreciate it. It's been a lovely day so far, and we're going to see some more faces.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
come down and visit us.
Definitely.
Bye.
No, we don't. We don't
It's
fight.
been a good day. It's been nice.
It's been a great
There's
day.
some lovely people
Yeah.
here.
It's been a great first show.
Yeah.
It's made me, what's the word? I know what I need to do for the next one. The next one is in Sheffield in February. Tickets are on sale very soon already. It's already happening and people are booked and I've been working on it for about 2 months already. So it's going to be an even bigger show, twice as many vendors, twice as many stages. Yeah, it's going to be brilliant. Yeah, it's going to be brilliant. And hopefully, with that being our second show, it's just going to get better, more people through the doors. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for the future. And it's been a good day. I mean, we've had the Bristol University, although I didn't get to see all of the lecture, but it looked really good.
He was really good.
Yeah.
And speaking to his colleagues as well.
Yeah, the
Quite fascinating
whole
information.
ant lab from Bristol University came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
So nice to meet them.
Yeah, I mean, I said it because obviously we booked him to speak. Originally, it was his boss. Is that the right word? I don't know. His boss was going to do the speaking, but she's very busy. She is the head of whatever. So she sent him, who's her understudy. Amazing.
It was really good.
Yeah, and like we've been talking for a little while, and he's like really infused. He loves that. He's got an ant tattoo. I haven't even got an ant tattoo. He's beaten me there, so I got to get one like very soon now. Very soon. But yeah, like when he said that they were all coming, I was just like, what? That's amazing. And then I got to meet them outside, and they were like, oh, we're from the ant. I was like, shake my hand again. That's amazing, like top notch. Right? Yeah. 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 And yeah, and they were friendly in the presentation as well.
Yeah,
you know, really
yeah.
interactive with the presentation, which was great. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Again, I missed most of the Answer Us chat as well. You know,
It was really good.
yeah. Well, Chris is absolutely amazing. He should be coming over soonish to have a little chat with us and answer any questions that come up. A little phone call that can be declined for now. If we don't answer calls whilst we're live on stream, that'd be crazy. Come on, Alan, you know what time I'm working. That's like my best mate, and like he knows I'm here. So I don't know why. Maybe he's just ringing and be like, no, I've got a weekend off or something like that, you know, something like that. Bless him, he's a good guy. So what ant colonies do you currently have yourself?
Unfortunately, not very many.
You've got a few. You've got a few. And I'm also counting the Mima Club. We've got to work as well, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're your ants. Like,
yeah. All the animals where I work.
Yeah.
Right.
We try to.
Yeah. No, I've only got Western larger and the Scabrionodus
Yeah.
at the moment. Scabrionodus, I found in the log where I'm foraging for moths for various things. And I've got some nice sweet.
Yeah.
With work with emerging.
Yes. From this year's Nuptials, yeah.
And like the powder queen from over there, which I'm going to take home with me later.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, there's been a lot of ants.
And possibly a jumping food.
Yes. Oh wow. Which one have you got?
I don't even know.
You don't know. Have you made the purchase yet?
No.
Right, we're going over together. We're going to get
No.
You want one of the big ones?
No.
They're really super friendly. Yeah.
Only save me.
Have you held one yet?
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah, just go over and hold it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then there's no issue yet.
No. They're not scary as the big ones.
Really?
They're not scary. They're not scary. They're lovely.
I don't know if I'll hold.
It's the transition from watching to handling.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah.
You took on some swans. You can hold spine.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, all right.
There is a difference.
Yeah, all right. But there's not a difference there. Animals and animals. Just get on.
Oh, yeah.
Just get on with it.
Yeah.
So you go get a jumping spider.
No.
Ants. Yes, you are. We know you are because you already said it.
I'm thinking.
If
And
you,
that's
sa-
the last time I said that.
if you said it, if you said it, you're thinking about it. It's going to happen.
Last time I said that, I ended up buying a scorpion. So.
Yeah, there you go. Auntie Matters is holding the jumping spider. Brilliant. Yeah, happy Ant, not Auntie Matters, because Auntie Matters is there. It's very confusing with everyone having ant names.
You need to bring this food over here so we can see it on live chat.
We'll come over there. We'll come over there in a minute.
think she's bringing it.
Oh, is she?
Oh, she's bringing it.
Oh, wow.
Excellent.
That's,
Oh, this is so cute, guys. Seriously. Look at me in it.
Hello. There is the spider. Where is the
yeah. Wow. Look at that. So cute.
He entertained everyone today.
Yeah.
He's so chill.
What species is he?
Oh, Pigetus regius. Regal jumping spider.
Regal jumping spider. That's wonderful.
Should I leave him with you?
It's fine. No problem. Thank you.
Cool.
Look at that.
I'll have him for a minute.
You can't see, but yeah. Beautiful little things. So get round the front. I think, yeah, look at that. Not scared.
Not at all.
Good.
No, why would I be? It's
They're
beautiful.
beautiful, aren't they? Look at the eyes on
The
them.
green fangs are
Yeah.
stunning.
Right, let's get that back up there.
Lani, gonna come help the spider. Trying to get my friend to come and help the spider, but she doesn't like them.
Nice. Okay. We'll convince her by the end of the day.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, we'll get you one.
Yeah, of course we will.
Yeah.
I said we're going to convince Lani to come and help the spider by the end of the day. It's so cute. Yeah, adorable.
Yeah, I really like these. Like, apparently jumping spiders will eat fruit for fun. Did you know that?
Mhm.
Yeah, for fun. They have no need for it.
Okay.
But if you put fruit in, apparently for fun they'll eat it. I don't know. Apparently it's just for fun. But I don't know. They look like a very fun pet. You know what I mean? Yeah. My jumping spider, the UK Zebra jumping spider, is so much smaller than that. It's about a quarter the size of that.
Yeah.
That's
you saw
like-
the one that Rachel wanted to-
Yeah. That's like the size of my tarantula at the minute.
Oh, is it? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Cool.
No, he's a little one. He's listening
Very
to me.
quickly.
Well, he had his
One
first,
more?
yeah, he had his first molt with me whilst I was on holiday.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so got back and the molt was there. I haven't been able to get it out yet because I really wanted to get it out and see if I can sex him. But it's like he's made a funnel web up in the corner and it's right in the bottom of the funnel. It's like, oh, let me get that. And he never leaves the funnel. The other day he left, got his food and dragged it back into the funnel.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I'll probably never get that shed out. Whatever. Whatever.
Whatever. That is the most adorable thing ever. I've got to say. I never thought I'd be so enthralled with a jumping spider in my life.
I think next time I'll get my face painted as a jumping spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I am a dinosaur, by the way, done by Trina's face painting
Oh,
in
me.
Bristol. If you're in Bristol, look up Trina's face painting, get a dinosaur.
She's amazing. She's
Yeah,
really talented.
she is actually really good. Like the flowers and stuff she's been doing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
she's done some really pretty artwork today.
Really great, like the detail and colours. Looks really cool. Sort of person you want tattooing. You know what I mean? Really good. Yeah, definitely very happy with that. And a very nice person.
Yeah. Everyone's lovely.
Yeah. So if you're in the Bristol area, holding any events, birthday parties, Trina's face painting. Definitely.
Yeah, she's right.
Yeah.
Okay, give us a fight back.
Yeah. You go give us a fight back.
Who else have we got there?
Come on then. If you want to. There you go.
Awesome. See you later, guys.
See you later. Getting you on. There we go. Welcome to the chat show.
Thank you.
Laura, everyone. Or creepy critters and reptiles. Is that right? Creepy critters and reptiles. Yeah. She's only just clicked. Oh, dear. Taking her that long.
That's
So,
right.
Brilliant. So, what do you currently keep?
And wise.
Everything wise.
fish, tarantulas, scorpions, snakes, lizards,
Everything.
ants,
Yeah.
praying mantis,
Yeah.
salamanders,
Okay, that's a different one. Yeah, that's very cool.
stick insects.
Yeah. Okay. What would you say is your hardest to care for? Takes the most time, effort.
Definitely the ants.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Why would? Is that because of the feeding, or just general care?
General care, really. You have to, where you keep on top of it all the time, you constantly check it. It's not like a normal animal, you just give them
Yeah.
water and then come away.
Yeah.
You have to make sure every quiet, they're comfortable,
Temperature.
they've got too much light,
Yeah.
not light, all that, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I've found since keeping other things like praying mantis and this tarantulas, they're a lot easier. Like you say, you put the food in, and you're pretty sure they're going to eat it, walk away, leave them to it, and just watch from afar. Whereas with ants, it's a lot of work, a lot of maintenance. But it is something that I absolutely love. So I do it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. What would you say you prefer out of watching a colony dig their own nest, like with the tunnels, having that sort of setup? Would you prefer a fully bioactive setup where you can't see the tunnels, but you know they're in there doing what they need to do? It is hard because I've got both. I've got one of those T-shaped formicariums. You can see all the nests, and I've got the big tanks. I like them both. I prefer the big tanks. So I'm not that bothered about seeing it. I'd like to see it, but yeah, that's it. I'm more about the natural. You know what I mean? I try and keep my tanks natural.
I do like them.
I don't use anything that's like foreign. Like some people use foams and things like that. I won't use any foams. I literally just, if it's outside, it's going in. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, in the big tank is a fan, the pump, and the separator layer, which is just bin bag, and that is it, which is unnatural for the whole tank. Yeah. And like I said, I try and keep it natural.
It does look a lot better natural.
Yeah, I think so.
It's better suited for them.
Yeah, definitely. I always say if you're having Polyrhacus dives, actually, natural's the way to go in a big tank, because like with my colony, it went from about 60-ish workers to about 1,000 in a couple of months. When I put them in that big tank, they just there was so many more than I ever thought there was. I say there was probably about 60 workers. But they could have been high, you know what I mean? The minute I put them in that big tank, they just exploded out and they were everywhere. You need a big tank. Have you seen the size of their nest now?
No, I haven't.
It's like, it's about that wide and about that big and comes out like that far. There's a good few thousand ants in there now and it's quite intimidating. Yeah, so like this weekend, I've come away, I've left the wife in charge, and everything. I'm waiting for the phone call. They're all escaping. What do I do? Abandon house. Get out of there now.
Leave the country.
Yeah, run like that. Give up we said that actually when we went on holiday. If the ants get out, we just give up that room. Just give them the room. It's never going to happen. So you never collect them all.
No.
It's one of them. What would you say is your favourite ant species? It's a hard one again.
At the moment, it's probably, I don't know their proper name.
Right, okay.
I think they're Ventals.
Oh yeah,
Ventals.
yeah.
Yeah, I currently own them, and they're my favourite at the moment. But I suppose again, I really love bullet ants, fire ants. You know, the ones that got a bit of poof behind them. You know, a little bit of fire behind them. Action.
Yeah, that's fair. So, would you ever consider keeping Geminata or Solenopsis of any kind?
Yeah. There's no question about that.
Yeah, that's fair. See, I'm the opposite. I just tell the answer that. That's what they get out.
Actually, I'm pretty.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Why not?
All hands in.
Yeah, right. See, I'm normally like that, as you know. If I get an idea, I just dive in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just always stayed away from Solar. Although the Fuga have really taken my fancy lately. Fugats, however you pronounce it, whatever. They've taken my fancy lately because I don't know what it is. I've just fallen in love with them, and they're not as prolific as the other Solenopsis species. I'll probably end up getting them by selling, so it's just about now. Yeah, that's mine. I do that quite a lot. Whenever I get a new order, and I'm like, right, that lot's mine. Yeah, that's it. I mean, my best thing, like Mima Karuba, I hate feeding Mima Karuba in the test tube because they're fairly decent size. And when you get to like 20 or so workers, they're actually really hard to contain. Right? Yeah. So I just put, every time I get a Mima Karuba colony of like 20 or so workers, they are in the tubs and tubes set up of some description until they get born. And it's just so much easier for me. Yeah, so much easier. But if I was to do that with every ant colony that I have in the test tube, I'd just be stacks. Yeah, I'd probably build a house out of it. Oh well, that's it. Is there anything else that you wanted to say on stream?
Not really, but people need to come down here,
Yeah.
support it.
Yeah, cool.
Northern area, it's fantastic. Great knowledge people. Everyone's friendly. If not this one, definitely come to the next one.
Yeah, definitely. The one in
Got to be
Sheffield.
done. Yes.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on the show. I'll let you.
Okay.
Thank you. You ready, Chris? Cool.
In the hot seat.
You are in the hot. Yeah, we are live with Chris from Ants on the Rock. No, answer us. Sorry, it's been a long day. Answer us. So any questions you've got for us about anything, the exhibition or whatnot, shoot them into the chat and we will answer. Anyone here? Oh, brilliant. Yeah, all right. I'll let you off. Are you enjoying the show, Chris?
Yeah, I've had a great day. It's been nice to meet lots of people. I'll also get the presentation as well.
Yeah.
Which I really enjoyed.
Yeah. You think it went well?
I think it went really well, to be fair.
Good.
Gave away a few sweet answers as well.
Nice.
So it's always a good time for everyone.
Yeah. See, I'm a nightmare for giving away free stuff. I hate charging money for anything. I'd much rather give it away.
But I guess you still have to be able
Yeah, you got to be able to tick over. It's a hard one, isn't it? It's like balancing that. Out of all of it, would you do it again?
100%, yeah. Because I think, obviously, I've been running the business for about 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing it behind the scenes.
Yes.
So it's always good to meet like customers, other like content creators, other vendors, like different species of like selling different like spiders here, insects here. We've got people making like jewelry handmade of insects and spiders, which is so cool.
I walked over and in fact I bought my daughters each a necklace. Because they were really cool.
I managed to get my birthday potential Christmas shopping for family down here.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's worth doing. I haven't even thought about Christmas, God. You got 3 kids as well. Yeah, that's it. I really like having different insects, different stalls, different bit of variety. Do you think we could do better next time? More variety?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, why not? Yeah. I think maybe doing a bit more presentations.
Yeah.
Would be good as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think giving the talks.
Yeah. So we did have more talks planned, but let down at the last minute for those ones, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah, of course.
But it means I get to move from the second stage to the main stage. So.
Yeah, of course. But also, obviously, this is the first of many events. So it's been productive. We've sold quite a few items today.
That's
I'm happy
cool.
about it.
Absolutely.
Meeting people has been really cool.
Yeah. I've really enjoyed meeting everyone. Actually, putting faces to names, and I mean, we've spoken countless times. For the first time, we've actually shaken hands, and it's been a special day just for that. I would have done it all just for meeting people. To be honest.
Yeah, of course, I agree. I think it's definitely worth it. And like, obviously, in the position that I'm in, I'm quite fortunate that I can do this full time, and I have been doing it for like I said, 6 years. and like I was happy to like sponsor this event, give back to the community, and get people here, like, just to go see, check out, and communicate. People that probably talk on social media, like me, for example, like meet up in person, which is super cool.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely the best bit. What's your favourite ant species?
That's a good question. It's a hard question. I would say based on what I have in stock, I would say at the moment it would be Campilotus atraceps, which I really feel they're from Brazil and North America. They range, so they're quite rare species. Which is interesting is the workers are they're like striped.
Yeah, okay. Is this the tiger one?
Yeah. It's super cool.
Okay, are they hard to keep?
They don't seem to be. So it seems to be like something similar to Campilotus nigrifrensis to keep.
Wow. Okay. Quite easy, really.
Yeah, relatively easy. Not too different. I've really obviously enjoyed having it.
Yeah, that's very cool. I've also heard that you had some Thailand ants that weren't identified.
Yeah, so they got sold. They're gone today.
Yeah.
So
tell us about them, then, always.
Yeah. So they came from Thailand and made a big order, and they're just classified as species that normally identified by science. Yeah.
Wow.
Super cool. And that was the only one I had in stock. So,
wow.
So yeah.
That's pretty.
So I asked the guy that I spoke to that ordered them. I asked him if obviously if he knows anything about
anything
different than the average Campilotus.
That's cool. That's very cool. I like things like that, especially if it's not been like identified by science. Then that's pretty cool. How far can you travel?
So from London, so because I was working yesterday, me and my partner was working yesterday.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a journey.
Yeah.
Like the coach, the train had to be cut in half because there was something wrong with the carriages.
Oh no!
So no seats all the way to Bristol.
Oh wow!
So I had to stand like a good hour and 40 minutes.
Wow!
Yeah, so it was interesting.
I appreciate the effort.
Yeah. No, it's cool. It's cool. Obviously I don't mind standing, but it's okay. Journey wasn't too bad. Stopped off, got some food as soon as at the station, and then went to the hotel. Just relaxed there. I think tomorrow we're going to go probably far.
Nice.
Visit far from here.
Yeah.
I always wanted to go to Roman baths.
Okay.
I'm quite like I love a bit of history, you know.
It's an amazing place. Like even passing it on the train, I was like, wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like they've got a cathedral, then a church, and another church, and all these cool buildings. Yeah, amazing place. A great bit of history in Bath as well. Bristol's the same. Like yesterday when I arrived, I did spend a bit of time in the city centre just taking it all in. Like you're from London, so it's sort of almost normal for you.
It's to be fair, for me it's still small.
Yeah, it's small footed.
Yeah.
For me, it was like, wow, this is massive. Like my island is 4 miles square, and most of it's fields. Yeah. It's a bit of a nightmare. And then, like I say, I come off the train here, I look up and there's buildings like, oh wow. It's a whole experience coming here, yeah. I'm planning to make the most of tomorrow. I'll be going to Bristol, see a few shops. Yeah.
Maybe we'll have more.
Yeah.
It's also been on my list of places, like, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Like, I don't travel many places in the UK, mostly abroad, but Bristol was on my list, Bath was on my list to travel to probably this year anyway. Yeah. So we're here, might as well make the most of the time,
definitely. Right? And it's beautiful weather out.
Yeah, the weather's been really good as well, really fantastic.
Yeah, it's been really good. So
you got any questions, anyone?
He will talk about that. Tom said he would talk about that later. I know, I do not. I think it's slightly behind. Hasn't come up. Asked questions and no one answered. Nothing's come up in the last few minutes. Is there any questions from the crowd for us?
No. So let's talk about you. Let's talk about the process of organising an event like this. Really.
Okay. It's hard. Yeah. It was a lot more work than I ever anticipated it being. I thought I knew it would be a lot of work, I knew it would be a lot of emails and time trying to put it together. It was a lot more than I ever expected. Just trying to get people in to do something, if you know what I mean.
Of course.
Yeah, a lot.
So for everyone watching, imagine that you are trying to organise a meetup with your friends. If you ever do that, it's very complicated in that form, but doing it on a much bigger scale with strangers.
Yeah, in an area that I don't even know.
Yeah.
I've been to Bristol once in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually to say from what I've seen is to pull this off is incredible.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
It's super organised. I'm freaking impressed. And the signage outside is really good.
See, I did all of that just a few days ago. I was going to get a professional printer for the programs and everything, and the money they were going to charge me was just crazy. So I spent like a whole day just printing everything out that we needed. Like I say, it's the work like that I never thought about doing until the last bit. I was like, oh yeah, need to do this still. I need to do. There's always something more in one of these events, you know.
Yeah, and obviously you went in not knowing what you had to do, right?
Yeah, I just jumped in, like I do with everything. Yeah, like I do.
And then obviously as you get in, you realise how deep the algorithm, the context of like. There's so many variables that you have to take into account.
Yeah, everything had to
like I guess health and safety would be one, right?
Yeah, insurance was kind of difficult. I mean, they were a little bit unsure where to place us.
In the insurance policy.
Because ant shops aren't really insured, not for this sort of thing.
Okay.
So we went with full event insurance. Is that event? That sounds funny. Event insurance,
okay.
Yeah. And then we've got our insurance, and then more insurance on top of it. Just to be careful. So it's a lot of work. Like we had to go through a lot of processes, a lot of hoops, risk assessment forms. Like I've done a lot. Just
filling up it.
Yeah. If anything goes wrong, I'm covered. Yeah. But like things like that. Like again, that's taken 2-3 days of work just to do that. It's been a great process, and I 100% like would do it again from scratch. You know, it hasn't deterred me at all. I love it. I do.
Probably learned so much.
I really have. And I can honestly say now the next ones will be easier because I've already made those contacts. The Sheffield show, without putting too much out there already, Sheffield University is going to be there as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we've kind of got a thing going with all the universities
in the area that you've set up. Because we obviously Bristol University.
Yeah, that's it. So, I'm just talking to all the different universities, and if I can get them, and they're all really up for it as well.
I guess they don't really get to talk about their work in the sense of ants. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And like that chap today, Luke, he's so passionate about it. He's even got an ant tattoo.
Does he?
Yeah, exactly.
No way.
Exactly. He's like on his leg. Like, all right, he's winning that. So the passion and love they have for the hobby, not being able to share it. Yeah, these events are great for them. I think they really enjoy coming as well.
Yeah, and this is obviously the first of many.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And it's like obviously there's so many ant keepers out there that have kept ants for so long and haven't been able to do meetups specifically primarily for ants. Right?
Yeah. I mean, so many people. I mean, on this chat show, I see people all the time, and they're just saying like, I never get to actually meet anyone. Like, I mean, that's why the chat show does so well, because it's just people coming in and chatting, whether I'm here or not. Come and chat.
Of course, okay, cool.
Because we've had a couple of episodes lately. Technology just completely let me down, as you know, for a whole week, and I couldn't stream. But people were still there chatting away in the background when I wasn't live. It's just a great meeting place, and this is an expansion of it, really. You know, it's just another avenue to come meet everyone and have a great time.
Yeah, it's a really good venue to be fair.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
really good size.
I'm happy with the size. Very happy.
And then the next one, obviously, Sheffield.
I can't reveal too much, but I'll reveal a few little bits. Tickets go on sale really soon, like really, really soon. the venue is going to be the Victoria Hall in Sheffield. I will get the full address on the website and so on soon. It's an amazing venue. It's like a huge auditorium. Really, really nice venue. We get a nice big foyer area. And they're absolutely brilliant there. And they can't wait to have us as well. They're really excited. Like the school was actually really excited to have us there. So yeah, so I'm like feeling their enthusiasm as well for the show. Like it's all about like spreading the love and education. Like I always say, I'm not in this for the money at all. I'm not selling anything here. I don't want to make any money off the show. Everything gets put straight back in. Like, and
obviously the cost of the event is huge. To host the event is huge, right?
Yeah, it is a lot of money.
Like big money to host an event in this stage.
Yeah, it is a lot of money's gone into this today. Whatever.
Yeah, but obviously, like that's just how it is.
Yeah, that's how it is. You know, everything's got to be paid for.
Yeah, regardless, like of the amount of work, unpaid work that they've done to organise the event.
Yeah. Like, even like today we had to get cable ties and things like that. Like, just little things, it all adds up. And yeah, it's been a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of work, but I love it. And it'll be easier in the future because we've got those contacts. We've got a reputation now.
And you're ready to go for Sheffield?
Yeah.
So have you organised, how far into the organisation?
I'm about 2 months in already.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had one formal committee meeting.
So you have a committee?
Yeah. Okay. So I said this was a lot of work for me to do on my own. Yeah. And I've got 5 members of a committee, including members of the Show Me Reptile Show in Florida.
Wow.
One of the biggest reptile shows in America. So they're kind of overseeing what we do and making sure we're on the right path. It's not going to make any silly mistakes or anything. Yeah. So that's really helpful. And we've got obviously the rest of the committee. And yeah, we've got some amazing ideas for Sheffield. I can't obviously say much about it. It's going to be really good. It's a really big event. Yeah, I can't wait.
And then obviously next year we'll be back in Bristol. Is that correct?
Yes, back in Bristol for August. I think we're going to go for slightly earlier in August.
Okay.
Yeah, just to hit the middle of the summer holidays. One thing I didn't anticipate with this was Leeds Festival and so on and so forth being on the same weekend, which, I mean, it hasn't affected us massively, but traffic-wise has been a bit of a nightmare for travelling. So I think we'll aim for the start of August next year, back in Bristol. Awesome big event again.
Sounds like a plan. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so tell us about your camping last night.
Right.
Tell us how dedicated you are to your camping antics.
Okay, so me and Dino, everyone knows Dino from the staff. We turned up at our camp. It's about 30 miles outside of Bristol, bear in mind. We had to catch a taxi because the buses weren't running that late at night. Got there about midnight, set up our tent. Got into the tent about 3 o'clock in the morning. Half an hour's sleep, roughly, for me. I don't think Dean has slept. And then back to it. Up and quick bacon sandwich and back in a taxi to get back here because no buses were running.
So you had to get a taxi.
Yeah. So taxis back and forth. You can imagine the money's involved.
Of course.
It was like, okay,
Just have to suck it up.
Yeah, that's it. Like, otherwise, I'd be catching a bus and arriving at like 9 o'clock, which is just too late. Yeah, so gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, I enjoy camping. Like when I did my 6-month survival training in Scotland, we had nothing. We took a knife and a flint stick, and you do that and start a fire, and that's all you were allowed to have. It is, right? But it turned me to a man, I can tell you that. And I turned up with a sleeping bag, and I was ready to have a full night under the stars, and Dean was like, "You're mad. Get in the tent." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, I suppose."
Was the stars out?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Really?
Like, because where we are, it's like literally the middle of the countryside. There's no street lights or anything. And yeah, it was beautiful. I like that. Like I say, when I done my Scotland thing, that was life changing because you just get so close with nature. Like we were living in it. If our clothes torn, we'd have to get a leaf. You know, we were living in nature, and it really changed my outlook. I think that's really what got me into nature and conservation and things like that.
I think obviously in the media generally, like spiders invading your house, ants, killer ants, or poisonous. Like in media,
it's a nightmare. It is a nightmare.
And I kind of think that is sad because these creatures are so interesting and so amazing. Like once you get to understand them, you can truly appreciate them.
100%.
Mainstream media just doesn't have the same appreciation.
No, they don't help the situation.
And that's why the hobby isn't as mainstream as it should be.
It is. I got quoted on this. I never thought they were going to quote me on this. When I was in the paper recently, I said I want to start a pet revolution and get ant keeping like exotic, like more recognised as a normal pet keeping situation. You know, like go get a dog, go get a reptile, or go get some ants, and it doesn't make a difference. Whereas if you say, I'm actually not going to get a dog, I'm going to get an ant colony, people can go, what? We need. I want to eliminate that. What? And just be like, oh, actually, that's really cool.
Well, really? Oh, me too.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Conversation. Yeah, and I think a lot of like my questions, a lot of them are like a child's
yes, 100%. It was always something I wanted as a kid. I had sea monkeys. You know, I think most people have sea monkeys at some point.
And it's kind of weird because if you look back to when I guess we both were young because we were around the same age, it's like keeping ants wasn't like
it wasn't a thing.
It wasn't like, I was doing it from a young age, but like in terms of like getting access to it commercially, wasn't a thing.
There wasn't nests like available and stuff. Even I think it was about 10 years ago, I looked at getting a bullet ant queen. And it was like the only place I could find queen ants was on eBay. That was it. There wasn't all these ant shops back then. There just wasn't.
And like now, I think even in the last 4 or 5 years, really, there isn't the level of availability of ants. In the UK is so different. So that's why
it's in the last few years it's skyrocketed. Which isn't a bad thing. It's not, you know, it's not great for the competitive market, but it's not a bad thing to have more people in the hobby and sharing the love. You know, that's what I'm all about. In fact, we had Baz Ants. I think he's still down there, and it's his first time anything selling ants. And,
it's my first time as well.
He hasn't even got a website set up or anything yet. So it's a big thing. You know, I'm happy that I can help people get that foot
and give them a platform. And it's great that he's here today to kind of get his foot in the
definitely, which is like super cool from him to me. You know what I mean? I appreciate him coming and setting up and doing that, especially because he is a small shop and he hasn't got a massive range or whatever. But he's come in a ways, he's committed, and he's made some money. He's happy. And I think he's going to do well for himself. It's given him that boost as well. I think that bit of confidence to say, actually, this is what I want to do. And I really like doing that. You know, I'm not ashamed to say I've had people help me get my business off the ground. And if I can help in any way.
I think obviously it's important to give back. Obviously, for example, like someone like me, obviously I've worked hard, but I'm still in a relatively privileged position in terms of like being an empty retailer that's able to work full time and like give it back to the community in a way that like I like it, I enjoy it, and it's good to give back in general in life. Like I think it makes you a better person, and like you should always leave the planet a better way when you found it. Right? That's what I truly do.
I 100% agree with you there, and I just want to say a massive thank you as well for supporting the show.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
I know it's not a problem, man. You don't mind, but honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, buddy.
Yeah, it's okay.
You're a star, right? An absolute star. You know that.
To be fair, like, so obviously for you, it's a huge like event to organize. Like for me, I've been in the country less than a week, so I just came back from holiday last week Saturday. My flight was only about 2 hours. Next day, I had to work.
Yeah.
Obviously, sort my aunts out, and then had to work on Monday. I've been working throughout the week. At the same time, in the evenings, I've been trying to organize the presentation, trying to organize the stock, the inventory for the shop, and things up. And like so many hours invested in just actually obviously putting on this, organizing how I'm going to list the species, how I'm going to display everything.
I really like your display, like the way you've got it laid out. We did show it in a video earlier. The way you've got it laid out, really well presented.
I wanted to make it like super easy for people to be like, oh, what's that species? Just look at the index, the number, and then everything.
Yeah, I think it works really well. You've got it cracked there. Because again, that was one thing I was thinking at how to do it. Like, because it is sort of a new thing to sell at trade shows, you know.
Like sell ants at trade shows.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the jumping spiders, which we have, things like that have sort of been established for a while, haven't they? They've got their trade shows and they know what they're doing. So we're sort of like,
we're going in line.
Yeah, we're learning still. Yeah.
See, I didn't ask any questions. Like, creative mind, let me have a look, and then and it worked. It worked. Like I took the point of customer. What would I like to see on a display, and how accessible can I make it for customers so you don't have to ask me questions that you don't want to. I've answered loads of questions today. Some haven't been about a lot of them have been what's in stock, what's the biggest ant usually. So I saw that one species.
The big ones?
The biggest.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they usually are. In fact, it's one thing I always get asked is what's the biggest ant? It's Diamyrmex giga, isn't it?
Would be technically,
Technically, but I think there is a few contenders.
Yeah, there is. Like something like it's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, and we're finding more. We're finding,
of course.
You know, it's, I always say it's probably them, but you got to look around. I do like the big ants, but I do find they're not always as active as the slightly smaller ones. Yeah. Especially in smaller Campanota species, they can be a bit lazy. It is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, so like, tell us about It's on a Rock, what's going on at the moment, what you think probably be busy doing.
You'd be surprised. So we've got a few other projects underway at the moment. One of them, a very large project that will be coming to its head in September.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I can't tell you any more than that, but it's going to change the face of Ants on the Rock forever. It's going to be awesome. That's mid-September that will be happening. Already set in stone. Everything's underway. There's no stopping it now.
Awesome.
Yeah. But again, I can't tell anything about it. But when it happens, it will be like a massive announcement, and it will be what? Yeah, it's a big thing. We've also got a few other. We got leaf cutters coming. Ant Boy UK is custom making us a enclosure for them, and Ant Navy is supplying a massive leaf cutter for them. Yeah, so that's going to be pretty amazing on my channel, in my room.
Which species are you getting?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's the Acromyrmex.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think it was the Acromyrmex, which are absolutely awesome ants, you know, absolutely amazing ants. I've never had leaf cutters before, so I'm super excited. They'll be coming with us to Sheffield, and any workshops that I'm doing.
Will there be other species that you're going to take to Sheffield?
The bullet ants, they were supposed to be coming today, but
Bullet ants.
The Asian bullet ants.
Okay.
Yeah. They will be coming in their big glass tank. Like I say, they were supposed to come today, but we weren't able to transport it because of a letdown in transport. But that's
cool.
Yeah. So they'll definitely be coming. Hopefully, my Formica will be in a better position. I was going to bring the Formica to these ones, but they're about 20 odd workers at the minute. They're not massive, but they're really active.
Which species?
That is Formica roof bugs.
Okay.
Yeah. So quite a rare one to have. And I was saying earlier to Happy Ant that I'm always worried that as they grow, they're going to gas themselves, because that's what everyone says about it, you know. So I am really kind of on edge about them. They're probably the ones I worry about the most at the moment, but I love them to bits. such a great species. They're active all the time. The minute you take the lid off and they feel that air pressure change, they are everywhere trying to get out. Yeah. Putting food in, they'll bite the tweezers, and then the next one will come running up whilst there's one still attached. Yeah, it's great fun. Keeps you on your toes. Yeah, I do like Formica. They'll be coming in the future, and a few other big colonies that we have. In fact, I was very tempted to bring, because I've got 3 colonies that have never been put on the channel, and 3 of my own personal colonies I will never show on the YouTube, just
Why is
because.
that the camera showing?
No, I just like to keep something for myself.
Okay.
Yeah, these are like, I don't know, they're just my special colonies that I just keep for myself. They're only small, not massive things. But yeah, that's cool. I was going to bring one of them just to be like, that you didn't know I had these. But again, with the transport, I couldn't bring them up. But yeah, I've got a few cool species out there. But it's the transporting of them. Obviously. Yeah. I was anything with tunnels. If there's speed bumps, I'm like, oh my god, go slow. Oh no. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
see, like, I bought over 20 species.
Yeah. That is a lot. It is a lot to bring on the train. Yeah, it is a lot.
It's super. See if most people won't see them.
Yeah.
Just 21 species on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Like, I think most people won't see that many species in their life. You know what I mean? Especially out in the wild. Unless you're a big time monkey, you're probably not going to have that many species. Yeah. So just coming and seeing them is a big thing, I think. Yeah, it's really cool. Is there anything else that you want to talk about?
Let me see. Obviously, we can talk about like progress. So we've got a stock update coming. That will be coming next week. We'll have a few European species. We added a couple of 2 species, Ponera species and a Meso Pontica species added to the website this week. So next week we have a few European species.
Nice.
I think it's I don't know if you know the name of the species. One of them will be the species that pavement ants.
Yes.
So there's the parasite species.
Okay.
So
Right.
that lives alongside the pavement ants. I forgot the name.
I'm sure I.
Sperari or something in S maybe.
Okay.
And so they coexist with
Yeah,
the pavement ant queen. They don't kill the queen.
That's really cool.
So they lay eggs. The workers work together.
Yeah.
But the pavement ant queen doesn't produce a latex.
Right. And they were.
The parasite queen does.
Wow.
So they restrict
Yeah.
the late production
Yeah.
in the other species that they're parasitizing.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Whether that could be like a physical thing that they're doing, reducing the food, or whether
Or it could be like, it has to be, I think, maybe pheromones.
yeah,
maybe
chemical.
like
I was
chemical
just thinking
signals.
chemical. It seems more chemical, but yeah, that's very cool. So interesting. I love things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, strong. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it's got a really long name. But yeah,
Really long name.
and they're quite rare.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I have them in stock.
Cool.
So I have a few other species. I think Formica sanguinea as well.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
So, yeah,
I like them.
yeah, so I just need to finalize the shipment, and then September, October, exotics. Like everyone emails me, it's like, oh, when you get exotics,
Yeah. Yeah. What's
I'm like-
everything else hibernate?
Yeah. I'm like, global temperatures are ridiculously high right
Yes.
now because obviously, unfortunately, climate change is
Yeah.
what it is, right?
Yeah.
And we can't. It's not
Yeah.
gonna make it, so
It won't make it.
so we have to just leave it
Yeah.
until temperatures drop.
Yeah.
Like even like China, they're having like heat waves.
Yes, I know.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
Europe's having really high temperatures. It's been a real problem for us to try and keep stuff coming in.
That is a nightmare. Yeah. I mean, just thinking about it. If you're sat in like the luggage compartment of an aeroplane for 12 hours, how hot are you gonna get?
Exactly. Yeah,
that can be good.
exactly. So we just haven't.
Yes, no, I don't blame you.
For at least a couple of months in terms of like really just to, because the problem obviously, like I said, it's just see once it gets about 30, it's really uncomfortable.
Yeah,
You can't compensate for those titles, which is
that's it. You've got a big project on the way at the moment, haven't you, Chris?
So I've got the workshop is hopefully will be starting to take place in the next few months. I need to finish the renovation match on my house. It's like I've got to paint my kitchen tomorrow. I mean next week. So there's no
Yeah.
and then I've got to do a bedroom, strip it out, replace it. And so I'm just like I've learned so much. It's a huge challenge. It's a whole three-bedroom house, huge challenge. It's been fun. Obviously, I've done most of the work myself. Wall paintings, wood, laying floors, stuff like that. It's been really cool.
You enjoyed it?
I enjoy it. Like I enjoy DIY. I think it's quite therapeutic. I don't know, like cleaning.
No, I'm saying
not gonna lie to you. Like, these things where you just switch off and zone out and just focus on the job you're doing.
Yes.
Like watching ants.
Yes. Oh yeah, just zone out.
Forget about everything else. And then obviously, because running a business full time it can be stressful.
Yeah.
And it is a lot of work. Like I do, like sometimes I answer emails at like 12. So let me get this clear. My OCD is a bit like, let me just cover that. So so I was doing that, and then like for example, yesterday I was doing a bit of like electrical work. Tinted box office.
You have learned a lot.
I teach myself a lot.
That
There's a lot you can learn from YouTube.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right now, you know, if you want to do any DIY, anything like that, YouTube is the place to be. It can teach you a lot about like obviously health and safety first. But it can teach you so much about taking different projects. Like my first big project that I took on called in a fence.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's the concrete posts.
Yes.
So
Proper. Yeah.
Like from scratch.
And is it still standing? That's a sign of a good job.
It'll last probably like at least 20, 25 years.
Sweet. That's a good job then. And like I say, you enjoy it. No. I love stuff like that. Anything, like I say, you can switch off, do the job, and you get that satisfying feeling of the job's done. Like, this is my finished product. I'm happy with it. I love things like that.
Yeah, but like doing the fence one is brutal because it's like raining in France. And in addition, like my neighbor had a tree that was in the boundary of the fence. It was a big tree, so I had to completely remove the tree, take the roots out.
That is a big job.
Handsaw, cutting the roots in the ground. Like it was brutal. I even did my neighbor's garden, which old lady. So I was like,
You've got to, haven't you?
I did that because obviously it wasn't a fence up on the side. They were garden managed. So I did that. And that's the first project. And then garden was the biggest project that was finished. It didn't take long. The landscape garden was did it in about 4 days.
Wow.
So that was it. And then it's finished. And then now I just obviously I'm gonna have my shut up and stuff like that in the next couple of months. I'm just trying to obviously finish the project and stuff.
Lots are done. Lots to do.
Lots to do. But the biggest projects are finished.
Oh, that's good, man. That's good. It's great to hear as well because I know once you get your shared workshop done, things are gonna really take off.
Like it's they're huge plans. Like obviously the ants alone, it's incredible because I can just work the time to sell an ants, right? And then this would be an addition. And it's not just about me, it's about like customers that do a lot of product testing going on before official release. So I'll be getting some content creators, but also the customers to be able to product test. And obviously I'll ask people to keep up the wraps. In terms of like design. So there'll be a lot of product testing before official release, try and minimize issues, you know? And then I'll be product testing quality.
That sounds amazing. Absolutely amazing. I can't wait.
Me neither. But I know it's going to be a ton of work. To start, to get set up. I'm going in blind practically.
But good things always take a lot of work.
I agree. I couldn't agree more. Like obviously, if I didn't take a risk to us, the first month, I made £65. And then the rest is history. So like I'll never forget the first amount of money I made in my first month. Like
I don't think I made that. I don't know. I didn't keep track of it.
but like it was super cool. Like obviously to see where I'm at now from when I was there. You know?
Definitely. Yeah. Is there anything else that you want to chat about, Chris?
Let's have a look. I mean, guys, like we had a good time. I had an amazing time. Feel free to come to the next event. Like it will be, I'm sure it'll be great. Yeah. Obviously, we can learn so much from this one.
A lot, yes.
And obviously, we'll take that, put that into the next event.
Yeah.
Learn a bit more, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say we've already got a lot of plans. The things I've learned from this one, it's going to make my life a lot easier for the future. Definitely. I went about it the hard way for a lot of things, as I normally do. But yeah, I've learned.
But you've probably learned so much.
Yeah. So much.
Like it's basically what you did was project manage a project.
Yeah. Kind of like I've held events before, but music events and smaller things. Nothing of this nature. I've held small music festivals. Booking bands is a lot easier because they're desperate to come play. Trying to book speakers and things like that is actually quite a lot of hard work. You have to sort of give them a good feel of what the event's all about. And so for every vendor that's here, or every vendor I've contacted here, have been like initial emails, secondary emails, fourth, fifth emails, and then a lot of them won't even come. Didn't even agree to come in. So I think I've probably sent about 1,000 emails every few weeks.
Really?
Yeah, for the last 6 months.
I mean, if you look at the answer us inbox, every year I have to delete it.
Yeah.
It's so many messages. Yeah. You don't realize that.
It's crazy. I mean, I got to like 90-something% of my Gmail account. And I was like, right, that's time to wipe a lot.
So like it's obviously been super fun to meet everyone. It's been really cool. Like obviously I'm a kid in Sheffield. I might not attend, but I will definitely come to the one next year. But even if I don't attend, I'm happy to do a live and do a Q&A.
Of course, can't do it well.
And then obviously like sponsoring next one.
Yeah, stuff for that. But massive big clap thanks to Chris because he's got sponsor the next event. Yeah, that makes such a difference to the event. As you know.
Well, but it makes it easier for you, right?
Yeah. Well, without your sponsorship, this never would happen. Without the initial injection to get things rolling, get the venue sorted.
Because that's the hardest bit.
It is. And without that, it would have been pointless to even start sending emails. Nothing could have happened without you, Chris. So it's a massive thing.
See you later, guys.
I'm going to say goodbye as well. So, as always from me, see you again soon, our friends. Probably Wednesday, not tomorrow.